Has the opportunity to open his account this, which he does with consummate ease and obvious confidence. And Palace, who might have feared an onslaught, have found their way onto level terms.
I have to say, Daniel, I can't remember a Community Shield game started in this fashion for many a year.
Richards and Wharton. Well, they've got it right this time. Oh! And so is Ismail Assar. Wembley alive to the Selhurst sound. And the man who got 2 goals here in the FA Cup semi-final has levelled it for Palace in the Community Shield.
And he's taken it brilliantly, and it's nothing more than Crystal Palace deserved the way that they've attacked this second half. Liverpool found it difficult to get out. The ball won back, Wharton with an exquisite pass.
He's going to hurl in a long one, comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, heading clear. Only as far as Will Hughes, who goes for goal. Tried to bend one towards that far corner, that's been deflected in! And Palace have the lead here at Selhurst Park. You can see that there's so much excitement across these players' faces, and that's because Palace have scored the opener, and finally that man Martin Morsheim has been beaten. Jean-Philippe Nketiah was just able to front foot the goalkeeper. Hughes' effort towards goal was played past the Fredrikstad goalkeeper by the Crystal Palace number 14. There's Hughes again going for goal.
Get another chance for a cross. Again though, that man Milinkovic is in the right place at the right time. But here is Wharton, urged to shoot, instead finds Munoz. Munoz pulls it back, and there's a great chance! And the opening goal goes to Ismail Assar. Palace lead. They've been getting in great positions to put the ball in the box, and finally the ball finds a Palace man, and that man is Ismail Assar.
Well, there's the moment that goal was allowed to be crafted. Morgan Gibbs-White, the Forest captain, that's a terrible error. Just outside his box, trying a fancy flick around the corner. Unnecessary. Wharton, as usual, moves it so quickly. There's Sarr in a great position.
So Nketiah at the halt end with his chance for Crystal Palace. And Nketiah scores the opening goal of the game. His first league goal this season. And Palace, who love facing Aston Villa, are in front here tonight.
What an outstanding penalty from Nketiah. So relaxed, so calm. No thought in his head about missing.
And it breaks down, picked up by Gay, and can Palace profit from this? Kamada. Tyrant Mitchell. Puts it away. Too far though. It's going to be a chance here. Oh, it's bent in! Bent in by Mark Gay. Would you believe it? It may well be his last match for Crystal Palace tonight. He has bent home a beauty there. Well, the captain, the model pro. And if that's his way to say farewell, it's quite something from Mark Gay. Lerma with the throw. It's been flicked on, and there is goal number 3 for Crystal Palace. It's becoming quite some night for them. And Ismail Assar, who went in their back post with the finishing touch. Up he gets now. Now he will enjoy the moment. And Crystal Palace loving their night at Villa Park tonight. What a scoreline for them here.
Deveni's ball in. Uche is there. And here is Nketiah!
pandemonium at the Palace. Chris Richards, off the bench, makes the breakthrough. An unlikely source, but Richards has made the difference. Delivery from Deveni, brought down by Uche. Mateta tried to turn it goalwards, and Richards was on hand. The centre-back showing the instincts of a seasoned centre-forward. Right place, right time, and prods it home.
Sixth corner for West Ham to defend in this first half. Deep on this occasion, and it's over the line and in. And yet again, they have conceded from a corner, West Ham. Jean-Philippe Mateta, who scored twice here last season in victory, celebrates a first half lead for Crystal Palace. Just getting forward. And the shot is in. What a finish that is! An unlikely source. Tyreek Mitchell with an astonishing goal for Crystal Palace. He's only managed 3 in his entire career, but the fourth was a thing of real beauty.
Well, he won't get many better than that. Hook volley off his wrong foot.
First corner of the game, Kamada. Towards Gaines, lashed in by Sarr! What a start for Crystal Palace! In front against the champions inside 9 minutes. It's Sarr's 50th goal in English football on his return to the Palace team. He's so important to the Eagles. Held in by Lerma, good trajectory on that. Hughes, it's Nketiah! Absolutely phenomenal! Crystal Palace have toppled the champions in the 8th minute of stoppage time!
And you can see what it means. Not only to Crystal Palace, but to Eddie Nketiah as well. Finds himself at the back post with plenty of time. A really composed finish.
This is Lacroix. Now Yeremy Pino. It's a great ball in. Munoz with the header. Oh, he scored! A brilliant header from the Colombian. Palace's Player of the Year gives the Eagles the lead. A looping header past Nesheret. 1-0 Palace. Sosa. Now Pino. Trying to get the better of Brashko, and he has. And Nketiah! Well, he's had one disallowed. This one will count. Brilliant again from Yeremy Pino with the assist.
Here's Sarr. Mateta. Who scores as he did in Europe on Thursday. And it's no more, Jim Begley, than Crystal Palace deserve. Here's some player. David Moyes is on the receiving end of the Colombians' class.
Right, Christie ready to come on for Bournemouth. It's Mateta finds Sarr.
He finds Munoz, great ball, Nketiah scores! But he's offside. It won't count.
I'll tell you what, it's a brilliant goal. The ball into Nketiah. It's zipped in from Nketiah. The touch, it's absolutely outstanding from Nketiah.
Palace had a really good opportunity to go right through the heart of Bournemouth there.
It's the first time we've really seen them be very direct.
Munoz! And it's in from Nketiah! What a comeback from the Eagles! Nketiah slides in to score his second, just a couple of minutes after netting his first. It's 2-2, and what a match this is proving to be. Very much living up to the billing pre-match. Nketiah for the hat-trick. No problem, it's 3-3. What a phenomenal match this has been. And it looks like Palace are going to take a point from it. Jean-Philippe Nketiah with his second Premier League hat-trick for the Eagles.
That's driven into us, Munoz, and snapped up by Sarr. And just like that, in two quick passes, Crystal Palace have the lead. Ismaila Sarr does it against Liverpool once again. And as soon as they up the tempo, they found the breakthrough. Had a bright start. Haven't seen enough of him really in the last 15 minutes or so. Moved on quickly again. Pino, clever reverse ball. Sarr is all the way through. It's another brilliant finish. Super reverse ball from Pino. Sucked the defenders in, popped it the other way, and suddenly Liverpool are in real trouble.
Pino's yet to really catch fire at Crystal Palace, but there it's his pass, which is a wonder.
Pino on his right, Pierre-Emile Pino into the corner. It's 3 for Palace with 3 minutes to go, and that has wrapped it right up.
Really nice third goal for Crystal Palace. The ball turns over once more in the space. Just opens up, given down to 10, late stages of the game, shifts it away from Lucky and finds the angle, finds the purchase to take it wide of the goalkeeper, fingertips from Woodman, but it's a very assured finish from a player who's had a really good evening.
Jeremy Pino launches it forward. Header one and Nketiah! Crystal Palace ahead, and it's Jean-Philippe Nketiah with his 6th Premier League goal of the season. He had an awful lot to do there. A hat-trick here last time out against Bournemouth, and he's got Palace on their way here this afternoon. Is it on his shirt as opposed to the towel on this occasion? Comes it into the penalty area. Awkward flick back, it's found its way in off Nathan Collins. And Palace have doubled their lead. It's another goal from a long throw for Crystal Palace, their 3rd of the season. But the final touch, an unfortunate one, off Nathan Collins.
Unleashes another rocket into the box, flicked onto. Goalkeeper came a long way. Get near him. Mitchell knocks it back goalwards. Got it down towards Mateta and Lacroix! Up goes the flag again. Palace denied again. The sweetest of finishes from Maxence Lacroix, but it will not count unless the video assistant rules in Palace's favour. What a goal it was. Maxence Lacroix picked that up. Here's Pino to take this set piece. Pino delivers. Lerma up highest. Wanted half clear. Lerma's there again. Back across goal. Nodded on and tucked home. Ismaila Sarr. often did Palace dream about nights like this. Selhurst Park bouncing under the lights in European competition, and Crystal Palace lead by 2-0. Ismail Assar on the biggest of stages once again. A brace at Anfield. Mateta takes it in his stride and slips it through, and Ismail Assar is in! And just like that, Palace in control again. Ismail Assar cannot stop scoring. No matter what the stage, no matter what the competition, Ismail Assar will find the back of the net for Crystal Palace. In the Community Shield at Wembley, in the Premier League, in the League Cup, and now a brace in Europe.
Kamada will have it on the edge of the box. Pino the short option, which is where they go. And now they have played it to the edge of the box, into a crowd of players, and Munoz into the back of the net. Crystal Palace have punctured the bubble at Molineux. It came from a set piece, maybe not as they planned it. But the visitors lead, and there will be no clean sheet for Wolves today in the Premier League. Pino swept nicely out to that left-hand side. Mitchell used as a decoy for a moment, doesn't quite bounce back for Wharton. Wolves have got away with that one. There's another clearance that doesn't quite hit the mark from Hwang, and Pino picks out a beauty. Wolves have shot themselves in the foot again, giving the ball away, and you don't want to give it to Yeremy Pino there. He finds the top corner with ease, and suddenly it's a quick-fire 1-2 punch, and Wolves are reeling.
Wonder strike from Yeremy Pino. Falls kindly to him on the edge of the box. He's only got one thing in his mind.
Nketiah is the target of that long ball, and he's pinned his man brilliantly. Nketiah, can he squeeze it through here to Mitchell? Oh, brilliant goal for Crystal Palace! The Eagles surge into the lead. It's the left back Mitchell with the goal. Blitz. He does it the other way. And that was clearly one single touch and a very strong one. And he is now officially the Crystal Palace one. Manchester United will. We get two takes of the celebrations. Absolutely. A little bit of mind game going on there. It's a good cross from Gehi. Munoz coming in on it. It's a brilliant effect. He loves a goal. Daniel Munoz. And it's Crystal Palace who lead just before the break. And that is a really sore one for Burnley.
It's such a considered header. The timing of his forward run is perfection, but Jadon Anthony, you've got to stay goal side of him. Here's Mitchell. Perennial in the 11. Nketiah, 1-0. Found the space, drove it into the bottom right-hand corner with aplomb, and it's Crystal Palace that have the early advantage in the London derby. Game number 50 in a Palace shirt for Eddie Nketiah. He hits double figures in terms of goals, and Palace hit the front and potentially the top four.
to bodies.
Latest corner, it's in for an own goal. I think it was Nketiah climbing high with Mark Gahey. Gahey claims it, and with 3 minutes to go.
Superb delivery. Pino this time from the far side. Does he get onto it? Oh, he looks like he does. Mark Gahey with a fantastic header to perhaps win the game. Unstoppable from that range. Goalkeeper's got no chance.
Kamada, beautiful pass. First time for Nketiah. Uche! What a moment for the Nigerian. Marking his full Palace debut with his first goal. He actually netted on the very first weekend of the season for his old club, Nketiah. He's had to be very, very patient since then. But that was a clinical finish. McEnroy. Oh, the cushion header straight to Yeremy Pino. Through for Uche. Oh, off the post and in by Nketiah. 2-0 Palace. Uche unlucky not to get a second. But Eddie Nketiah doing what all good number 9s do, following in, made sure he was the first man on the scene. Kamada. Pino. Great run by the Spaniard. Pino! Oh, it's a magnificent goal! Well, he's just got better and better and better as the season's gone on. And there's a wonderful snapshot of what Yeremy Pino is all about. 3-0. Just look at this. Picks it up, top of the D. Pass 1, pass 2. King to Uche. First time, nicely done. Sosa back to Deveni, now Uche. It's opened up for him. Oh, that is superb! What a glorious goal! An absolutely outrageous finish from Christantas Uche for his first goal at Selhurst Park. And it's one he won't forget in a hurry. Well, talk about taking your opportunities. Marked his first start a week ago with a fine goal set up by Nketiah. Tonight, oh, now wait a minute, that could be offside against Sosa. I mean, the finish is incredible. Now he's got it back from Rodney. Drakes Thomas. Mitchell. Oh, yes! Deveni! 2-2! Unmarked at the far post. Perhaps he would have been marked by Antwi, who's since been sent off. It was all about the quality of the cross from Tyrick Mitchell. Oh, that's poor defending from Ruopi on the far post. The teenager let Deveni get in front of him.
These fans doing their best to put him off. They want their clean sheet tonight. It's Justin Deveni, and it's in. A goal and surely nothing more for Crystal Palace.
It's kick. And it's slid in by Gahey. Crystal Palace's captain comes up with the goods, and they have rescued it in injury time.
Well, it's unlike Arsenal, but the ball to the far post, was it Jefferson Lerma, heads it back into the danger area. Yeah, down to the feet of Gahey, tucks it away like an accomplished striker. They put a lot into this second half, Palace, and they'll feel that they deserve something from it.
It's a real storm in the teacup. Klein got the better of Robinson there. Mateta ends its goal drought and puts Palace ahead. And that was with Cuenca off the pitch as well. It's his first goal in open play for 12 games.
Pino, it's in. There is life in the holders yet. Macclesfield 2, Crystal Palace 1. Surely not, surely not.
It's on for sure. It's lovely quality. The goalkeeper, can he get across? But it's got pace on it, you know. He hits it well.
Engaging character, Oliver Glasner. Will Hughes tries again. Robin Roos gets some sort of contact on it. But Jeremy Pino has scored. And after the week they've had, that is just what Crystal Palace needed. Pino celebrates and Palace lead.
Hughes towards Lerma. Can they force it over the line? Not quite, they can now. Clean sheet goal for Chelsea. And Palace have the smallest of lifelines. Robert Sanchez absolutely fuming. And it looks like Chris Richards got the final touch.
Well, at last, something to smile about for Crystal Palace.
Sarr against Sells. Palace have been handed a leveller. Ismail Sarr, coolest personified. And on the stroke of half-time, everything changes.
Yeah, it's a brilliant penalty. Strolls up. So casual.
Gesson, all space for Sarr here. What a chance for Palace! And Sarr scores! The man who scored twice here last season to win it for the Eagles has opened the scoring with an hour gone here. Delirium in the away end. It's Brighton 0, Palace 1.
It's no surprise that it's Ismail Sarr. Been the most dangerous player in that final third.
Kamada, Wharton makes things look so effortless. In towards Strand Larsen, who scores his first goal for Crystal Palace. Big money, big strike, first goal for the Eagles. He's only scored twice in the Premier League this season. Both goals have been against Burnley for his old side Wolves and new club Crystal Palace. Kamada, Gesson, Munoz to Lerma, and Strand Larsen again! What a home debut this is becoming! 2 chances, 2 goals, and Crystal Palace are well on the way to another 3 points here in front of their own fans. But for Scott Parker, that sinking feeling once again. For Eagles fans, Strand Larsen showing all the facets he's got to his game here.
Sosa, Kamada, flicked by Riyad. Sosa again. Breaks kindly for Strand Larsen and Sarr! Crystal Palace take the lead 2 minutes before the end of the first half. It's their top scorer, Ismail Assar, with his 11th of the season.
Mitchell. Gesson! Evan Gesson off the bench to get his first goal for Crystal Palace on the 90-minute mark, and that may well be enough to end the month without a home win in the Premier League for Crystal Palace. What a time to step up.
It's been coming, hasn't it, for Crystal Palace? Walls have been creaking. It's just about keeping doing the right things. It's a really good ball by Mitchell on the left-hand side.
Here is Wharton, decent ball too, and it's there! And it's the man for the big occasion, Maxence Lacroix. Here's the set piece that pays off. Wharton's ball in. All Lacroix had to do was gently lean forward and guide it home. Delivery is phenomenal. Maxence Lacroix scores once again in Europe in red and blue. Here's Gesson, and now Brennan Johnson prodded through, and Gesson! Dust off those passports. Palace's European adventure shows no sign of slowing. Right at the death. Onside, smashed into that bottom corner. He said pushed and pushed for that decisive second, and finally it comes. Does it feel good?
Manchester United game on Monday. Higher versions. Wow, has planted it into the net. Almost in slow motion. He doesn't get many goals, he's now got 2 in 3 days. Palace hit the front on the ground where they've done well recently.
Sarr facing Vicario. And he slots it into the back of the net. Cool as you like. Tottenham won, Crystal Palace won, but crucially, 10-man Tottenham won, Crystal Palace won. It's an anxious hush around the stadium at the moment. As Gesson gets a foot in, Wharton for Palace, ding through to Strand Larsen, and Crystal Palace are in front. And Tottenham Hotspur's worst fears are becoming a reality here. Already in desperate trouble. They're down to 10 men. They're behind by 2 goals to 1. Good ball, Wharton, clipped towards Sarr, and he might get there, he has! It is 3-1. I'm not sure if they're leaving the stadium or leaving to find something in the bars which might lift their mood.
Strand Larsen, Wharton. Oh, that's an excellent ball. Sarr's in here and strokes it home for Crystal Palace. Finally, a goal for the Eagles against Larnaca. And of course, it's Ismail Assar. They found a way through. And they take the lead in this round of 16 tie. Short by Wharton to Kamada. Oh yes, it's Sarr! 2-1 Palace! in the 9th minute of extra time. This time it's Larnaca undone from a corner. Where would Palace be without Ismail Assar? Midway through the first half, Nketiah, 1-0 Crystal Palace. The corner flag is about to get it. Well, Palace fans have waited a long time to make that boom noise. There it is, his first goal of 2026, and it gives the Eagles the lead against Fiorentina. Munoz, Kamada, looking for Munoz, Nketiah, De Gea saved, it's in though! Tyrick Mitchell makes it 2! They looked over at the referee's assistant, the flag stayed down. And it's no more than Crystal Palace deserve, the way they've started this game. Just a 3rd goal of the season for Mitchell. Kamada here, looking for Munoz, he's clearly onside there. Wharton, flipped up delightfully for Daichi Kamada. Sarr! Yeah, it's 3! A huge goal in the context of this quarter-final. Palace's top scorer finds the corner. Goal number 16 of the season. And Palace have 1 foot in the semi-finals. Burst forward from the young Frenchman, Kamada. Munoz available on that far side. It's Tyrick Mitchell, and Nketiah, it's in! There's the leveller for Crystal Palace. The corner flag will get it again. Well, he is back with a bang, isn't he, Nketiah? 2-2.
Back-to-back goals. What a difference he's made since he's ended the field of play. As his ball arrives to Tyrick Mitchell, does well to bring it under his spell, but even better to understand that the goalkeeper's on top of him. He's not going to get any good shot on target. Picks out a teammate in the middle. Nketiah, like any good forward, heads it into the ground, skips up, can't be stopped, into the back of the net.
Can Nketiah win it for Palace? Yes, he can! Oh, he's back. You better believe it. All is forgiven. Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle 1. Sub Nketiah with them both. Easily cut out by JD Convo. Convo wants to return. It's a fabulous pass by Kamada. What a ball that was from the Japanese midfielder. Convo has found Sarr. Sarr has found Munoz. Oh, Sarr! What a brilliant goal for Crystal Palace! A fabulous snapshot of what this Eagles team is all about. From one end of the field to the other, in the blink of an eye, made by a truly fabulous Kamada pass who found Convo. The cross by Munoz, finding the head of Ismail Assar.
Pino just prods it through. Ismail Assar, met by Woodman, who's hurt himself in the process of saving it and was unable to keep that one out. Freddie Woodman in pain on the ground, and Crystal Palace found the empty net to get themselves back into proceedings.
Oh, it's a brilliant first save from Freddie Woodman. Well, in doing so, he just couldn't get back to his feet.
The pre-tournament favourites, Crystal Palace, are one of them. This is a tough semi-final first leg for the Eagles for sure. The Ukrainian league leaders will be keen to build some sort of lead. Here's Sarr! An absolutely scintillating start for Crystal Palace. In front, inside 25 seconds. Their top scorer is at it again. And you could barely ask for a more sensational start. Arda Turan hadn't even had time to take his jacket off.
Well, I just can't believe what I've just seen. What a start to the game. I mean, the clock's still ticking. We're not at a minute yet, and we've had 30 seconds of celebrations. You touched on the runs of Sarr at the start of the game in behind, and this is an absolute classic for what he brings.
Well, it's an amazing game, really, because one side is dominating, but Palace are actually having the better chances. And a chance here for Kamada! Well, Shakhtar are undone by the old long throw routine. Look what it means to Crystal Palace. They're back in front. And Daichi Kamada with his first goal of the season. Now, Kamada, Sarr to the right. Instead, it's Strand Larsen. Strand Larsen makes it 3-1 to Crystal Palace. A devastating counter-attack. And how crucial will that goal be in the context of this semi-final? Straight through the middle and an unerring finish.
Well, how cool was that from Strand Larsen? What a finish. Totally under pressure, backs against the wall, and his team all night, when they've had an opportunity, they have taken it, I have to say.
Wharton again, urged to shoot, pushed away to Munoz, and it's in! It's found its way in! Daniel Munoz celebrates. Crystal Palace celebrates again. Surely this one will stand. Palace 4-1 up on aggregate, and what a brilliantly worked goal that was from the Eagles.
Well, what a change of gear that was from Adam Wharton. He was the main instigator.
Cross goes Ocheretko. It's back with Kamada. Is that a foul? The referee's playing advantage against Sarr, and off the post and in! Ismaila Sarr on target again for Crystal Palace for the 5th Conference League game in a row. And surely that's the goal that seals the Eagles' place in the Conference League final. And by the way, brilliant refereeing, because twice, maybe 3 times he played advantage. And Shakhtar had no answer to it in the end.
Conference League semi-final, you could certainly make a pretty strong case for them being distracted domestically. They've lost their last 2 Premier League games. Heavy numbers as well, particularly at Bournemouth. This is Munoz though, Sarr, and again! He caught that a beauty! Ismaila Sarr hits 20 goals for the season in all competitions and levels it up for Palace. Quarter of an hour to play. Everton led and were pegged back. They lead again, and Palace looking for the second equaliser and finding it. Jean-Philippe Mateta off the bench to make it 2-2.
Well, that's what he does. Not really been too involved since he's been on the field of play. But once this ball fell in the 18-yard box, makes absolutely no mistake at all. See me, just pulls off his marker, knows he's just got to redirect it on target, that left foot. Put it in the roof of the net.
Can Sarr take his tally for the campaign to 21? Yes, he can! An early goal for Crystal Palace. Ismaila Sarr on target yet again. What a season he's had.
Well, it's super casual, isn't it, by Crystal Palace's star player. Very nonchalant the way he walks up to the ball. I almost thought he'd lost the momentum in the movement.
Kamada. Johnson. Oh, just behind Strand Larsen, comes to Munoz. Now Wharton. Oh, there it is! His first Crystal Palace goal! And he's literally doing cartwheels here. He's waited a long, long time for that. Appearance number 94. And finally, his first Palace goal.
Well, you can tell there's a relief in that celebration for Adam Wharton. He's tried his luck on a couple of occasions from distance already this afternoon.
Mitchell. Yaripino. Oh, Nketiah in ahead of Kepa, and Crystal Palace do score. And the home fans do get one last roar at home this season under Oliver Glasner. The man who's been banging them in all season, Jean-Philippe Nketiah, gets his 15th goal in all competitions this campaign.
Pino, who's the architect, can't give him that much space to pick his cross. Wonderful ball, and Nketiah right his highest. There's an inquest going on amongst the Arsenal defence as to who's supposed to be marking him. Why haven't they stopped the cross?
Munoz is calling for it over here because he's got the freedom of the city. Wharton goes on. Oh, Nketiah is there! And the moment Palace craved has come. Wharton's strike, far too fierce for Nketiah. Nketiah, right place, right time.
And seemingly out of absolutely nowhere, given what we saw from Palace in the first half. Oliver Glasner's men have taken the lead. Look how much time and space Adam Wharton's got. Just meanders forward, takes his time, nobody closes him down. Nketiah punches it back just directly into the danger area. Very quick reaction is it from JP Nketiah. We've seen those go horribly wrong at times, but laid on a plate. An open invitation for Wharton to waltz forward. And in a game where, possession-wise, Rayo were on top in the first half, the Kung Fu kick comes out.